Welcome to our documentary on one of the most fascinating aspects of ancient Greek culture, the 12 Olympian Gods. These deities, residing atop Mount Olympus, were central to Greek mythology and played significant roles in the lives of ancient Greeks. Join as we explore who they were and uncover their captivating stories. The 12 Olympian Gods were the principal deities in Greek mythology. They were believed to reside on Mount Olympus, the highest mountain in Greece, and were worshipped across the ancient Greek world. These gods and goddesses each had their own domains, personalities, and stories. The 12 Olympians were Zeus, Hera, Poseidon, Demeter, Athena, Apollo, Artemis, Ares, Aphrodite, Hephaestus, Hermes, Dionysus. Let's begin with Zeus, the king of gods. Zeus was the ruler of Mount Olympus and the god of the sky, thunder, and justice. He was often depicted with a thunderbolt in his hand. According to mythology, Zeus overthrew his father, Cronus, to become the supreme deity. He was known for his numerous affairs, which led to many offsprings, both mortal and divine. Hera, Zeus' wife and sister, was the queen of the gods and the goddess of marriage and family. She was known for her jealous and vengeful nature, particularly against Zeus' lovers and illegitimate children. Despite her anger, Hera was also a protector of women and presided over weddings and childbirth. Poseidon, Zeus' brother, was the god of the sea, earthquakes, and horses. He was often depicted with a trident and was worshipped by sailors and those living near the coast. Poseidon's temper was as turbulent as the sea. He could cause storms and earthquakes when angered. Demeter, the goddess of agriculture and fertility, was deeply connected to the earth and the changing seasons. Her most famous myth involves her daughter Persephone, who was abducted by Hades and the god of underworld. Demeter's grief caused the earth to become barren, leading to the creation of seasons. Athena, the goddess of wisdom, war, and crafts, was born fully grown and armored from Zeus' forehead. She was a patron of heroes and the city of Athens, which was named in her honor. Athena was known for her strategic skill in warfare and her association with the olive tree, symbolizing peace and prosperity. Apollo, the god of the sun, music, prophecy, and healing, was one of Zeus' many children. He was associated with art, particularly music and poetry, and was often depicted with a lyre. Apollo's oracle at Delphi was one of the most important religious sites in the ancient Greece, where people sought guidance from the god. Artemis, Apollo's twin sister, was the goddess of the hunt, wilderness, and childbirth. She was a protector of young girls and was often depicted with bow and arrows, accompanied by wild animals. Artemis valued her independence and chastity. Ares, the god of war, was known for his fierce and aggressive nature. Unlike Athena, who represented strategic warfare, Ares embodied the brutal and chaotic aspects of battle. He was often accompanied by the personification of fear and terror, and his presence on the battlefield was both feared and revered. Aphrodite, the goddess of love, beauty, and desire, was said to have been born from the sea foam. She was known for her enchanting beauty and numerous love affairs, both with gods and mortals. Aphrodite's influence extended over all matters of the heart, and she played a significant role in many myths, including the story of Trojan War. Hephaestus, the god of fire, metalworking, and craftsmanship, was the blacksmith of the gods. Despite being physically unattractive and lame, Hephaestus was a master artisan, creating magnificent weapons and armor for the gods. His forge was believed to be located under a volcano, and his work was essential to many mythological tales. Hermes, the messenger of the gods, was the god of travel, trade, and thieves. Known for his speed and cunning, Hermes wore winged sandals and a winged helmet. He was a guide for the souls to the underworld and a protector of travelers, playing a versatile role in Greek mythology. Dionysus, the god of wine, festivity, and theater, was the youngest of the Olympian gods. He was often depicted with a great wine or a cup of wine, symbolizing his connection to the wine and the joys of life. Dionysus's followers, known as Maenads, engaged in ecstatic rituals that celebrated the liberation and chaos he represented. The 12 Olympian gods were at the center of countless myths and stories that shaped ancient Greek culture. These tales often reflected the gods' interactions with each other and with mortals, showcasing their power, wisdom, and sometimes their flaws. One of the most famous myths involving the Olympians is the story of Trojan War. The war began with a dispute among the goddess Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite over who was the fairest. Paris, the prince of Troy, was chosen to judge and awarded the golden apple to Aphrodite, who promised him the most beautiful woman in the world, Helen. This led to Helen's abduction and the subsequent war between the Greeks and Trojans, with the gods taking their sides and influencing the outcome. Another significant myth is the story of Persephone and Hades. When Hades abducted Persephone, Demeter's grief caused the earth to become barren. Eventually a deal was struck. Persephone would spend part of the year with Hades in the underworld and part with her mother. The gods also played roles in the adventures of heroes like Theseus. With the help of Athena, Theseus navigated the labyrinth and defeated the Minotaur, a monstrous creature. Theseus' bravery and intelligence were celebrated, showcasing the gods' influence on human endeavors. The legacy of the 12 Olympian gods endures to this day. Their stories continue to inspire art, literature, and pop culture. From ancient cultures and poetry to modern films and books, the gods' influence is undeniable. Visitors from around the world flock to Greece to explore ruins of temples dedicated to the Olympians, such as the Parthenon in Athens and Temple of Zeus at Olympia. These sites offer a glimpse into the ancient world and enduring power of these mythological figures. Scholars and enthusiasts study Greek mythology to understand the beliefs, values, and creativity of the ancient Greeks. The stories of the Olympian gods provide insight into human nature, exploring themes of love, power, jealousy, and heroism. The 12 Olympian gods remain a captivating part of our shared cultural heritage. Their tales of grandeur, conflict, and passion continue to resonate, reminding us of the timeless nature of storytelling and the enduring fascination with the divine. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the myths and the legends of the Olympian gods.